Meet John, a middle-class dad with 2 kids, a dog named Max, and big dreams for his family's future. Between managing his kids' soccer games, family vacations, and home repairs, John often felt like his paycheck vanished too quickly. Then, one day, he came across the 75-10-15 rule, a simple but powerful framework that changed everything. This is the story of how John's family transformed their financial life with practical steps, clever tweaks, and a focus on building a better future. Step 1: the 75% spending rule. John discovered that the first step to financial success was limiting his spending to 75% of his income. For every dollar he earned, 75 cents would go toward necessities, wants, and experiences. At first, this seemed daunting. Was he supposed to give up all the fun? But John realized it wasn't about cutting joy, it was about being intentional. Here's how John's family adjusted. 1. Smart grocery choices. Instead of shopping at high-end stores, they tried Aldi. A $6 organic avocado dip at Whole Foods was replaced with a $2.50 alternative that tasted just as good. 2. Vacation hacks. The family loved traveling, so they swapped luxury hotels for cozy Airbnbs and opted for off-season trips. A spring break to Disney was replaced with a fun-packed road trip to the national parks, costing half as much. 3. Home upgrades on a budget. Instead of hiring a professional painter for $3,000, John turned it into a family DIY project. It wasn't just a cost saver, it was a bonding activity. Lessons learned from millionaires. John noticed something surprising about wealthy people: they focused on value over appearances. At a networking dinner, everyone ordered from the happy hour menu, choosing the cheapest wine. These were millionaires who could afford anything, yet they calculated the bill down to the last penny. It taught John that managing money isn't about depriving yourself, it's about being intentional with your choices. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really motivates me to keep creating more videos for you. Creating these videos takes a lot of time and effort, from researching to preparing and presenting personal finance knowledge in a story-like setup that's easy to understand. Unlike financial advisors who often use confusing jargon, I strive to break things down into relatable and simple stories, so you can take charge of your finances with confidence. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions mean the world to me and help me continue sharing valuable knowledge. Let me know your thoughts or topics you'd love to learn about next in the comments below. Thank you for your support, it keeps this channel going strong. Now let's get back to video. Big versus small purchases. John stopped sweating the $5 coffee that made his mornings better, but reconsidered big-ticket items. For instance, instead of a new $70,000 SUV, he bought a reliable used car for $25,000. Instead of upgrading to a bigger house, they redesigned their current space with a $2,000 renovation. By sticking to the 75% cap, John discovered they could live well and still have money left over for savings and investments. Step 2: building a 10% cushion fund. Next, John tackled emergencies by creating a cushion fund with 10% of their income. Why it matters. A 2022 study revealed that 56% of Americans can't handle a $1,000 emergency. John didn't want his family to be part of that statistic, so he made it a priority to save. John's step-by-step plan. 1. Calculate monthly expenses. John realized their family spent $4,000 monthly on rent, groceries, and bills. 2. Set a goal. He aimed for a cushion fund of 5 months' expenses, $20,000. 3. Automate savings. Each paycheck, 10% went into a high-yield savings account, HYSA, offering 4% interest. When their water heater broke unexpectedly, John avoided a $5,000 credit card debt because the cushion fund had him covered. More examples of cushion fund uses. Medical emergencies. When their dog Max needed surgery, the cushion fund saved the day. Car trouble, a $1,200 brake repair didn't derail their budget. Step 3. Investing 15% for the future. The final step was to invest 15% of their income to secure a brighter future. John learned that true wealth wasn't built from saving alone, it was built by owning assets. How John invested. Roth IRA for tax-free growth. John opened a Roth IRA on Vanguard. Every dollar invested grew tax-free, and when he withdrew it at retirement, there were no taxes. Example, investing $6,000 annually could grow to $1.5 million in 30 years at a 10% return. 401k with employer match. His employer offered a 5% match, so John contributed the maximum to get free money. Example, if his salary was $60,000, he contributed $3,000, and his employer added another $3,000, doubling his investment. What John invested in. He kept it simple with index funds like the S&P 500. Instead of picking individual stocks, he diversified across 500 companies. Over time, this strategy generated steady, compounding returns. Practical example of compounding. If John invested $200 monthly for 40 years, earning a 10% annual return, he'd only contribute $96,000. But his portfolio would grow to over $1.3 million. How it all came together for John's family. The 15th of October, 75 rule wasn't just a financial strategy, it became a lifestyle. Why? Spending within 75% of their income. Saving 10% for emergencies, and investing 15% for the future. John's family transformed their financial stress into confidence. They enjoyed life without guilt, handled emergencies without debt, and built wealth for their future. What about you? If you're inspired by John's story, here's how to start. Track your spending, identify where your money is going. Set goals, aim for 5 months of expenses in your cushion fund. Start investing, open a Roth IRA or contribute to your 401k. The journey might seem slow at first, but as John learned, consistency is the secret to financial success. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your wealth grow. What's your next step? If you enjoyed this video, you'll likely enjoy the other videos on this channel. Check them out to expand your financial knowledge and learn how to make the most of your money.